Attack on Titan chapter 125. Finally, Levi returns. Nope, the guy did not die. Thank you, Isayama, for giving us a late Levi birthday gift. So what's up guys, Foxen here. One more Attack on Titan chapter, one less chapter to go. Attack on Titan is ending in 2020. So definitely go ahead and give a colossal thumbs up and give Levi your energy. Let's go ahead and dive into this. At the beginning of this, the military police actually being useful now. But anyway, the lovely Hitch returns. You definitely know why. Isayama has given Hitch such a strong connection to blonde girl Annie. Keep in mind this focus on Hitch, this area should be within Walsina, or at the furthest one of the nearby districts. Previously, there was a question exactly about how far Eren's supporters reached. Now, post Eren releasing the Colossal Titans, Eren doesn't seem to have this widespread support anymore. Naturally, there is some commentary here. Funny just how loyal supporters could get, no matter what atrocities their leaders commit. And yes, you know the destruction I'm talking about. Right here, confirmed. The Colossal Titans awakening have killed some Eldians here from the walls breaking down. So Mr. Yeager, whose side are you on exactly? You got all the people here getting hurt or dying, previously not calling off the mindless Titans attacking Mikasa and friends. Another thing you should notice here, this whole scene gave me a vibe of the aftermath from the attack on Marley situation, especially this right here, Eren being the cause of this mama being crushed. What a freaking parallel to Attack on Titan episode 1. Eren has now literally become the monster he hated so much. Somewhere off in the distance in the Titan realm, you may be able to hear Bert crying. Anyway, switching to Hitch in the military police area. Can I say called it yet? So many of you did too. Hitch would get a very private encounter with Annie busting out of her crystal. Oh yes, she's back. Annie is really back. Trust me, I've been super annoyed that it's taken so long. But despite that, my heart might have actually skipped a beat seeing this murderous blonde back. Annie even beat Kirito and waking up. Time for a freaking bath, Annie. Go wash off that Titan batter. Right here, nice little callback with that pointy ring from Annie. Also, it couldn't have just been me on the top right. Annie's face just screams out Levi to me. Yes, Levi lives. But holy crap, Hitch pulled a reverse trap card on her. No, how about you, Annie? And to top this all off, Hitch freaking talking smack. You definitely gotta love this dynamic that still exists between these two years later. Naturally, Hitch would have recalled Annie's voice and picked up on it right away. I wouldn't be surprised if Hitch actually had a hunch seeing that Annie's snail trail post Eren's Titan stream. So yes, it is a little predictable, but I was so glad to see Hitch helping out a nobody, even calling her on her bluff. Oh, Annie, you're gonna go Titan mode right now? My ass. Hitch right now should stick very close to Annie. I mean, at this point, they don't have too many Titans left. The female Titan is such a valuable asset now. Don't lose sight of that. So getting into the juicy Annie review, oh my god, it turns out Annie had been conscious the whole time. What the hell is this, Dr. Stone? I mean, she does look like complete crap. 4 years just listening to Hitch, bitch. Not to mention hearing some other weird noises, perhaps even a moan from Armin. And just taking a step back from a story point of view, hey, pretty convenient. Annie's knowledge is not limited to Eren's recent broadcast. That said, there are a mountain of questions for Annie. Annie, how old are you? Did you age? Has the curse of Ymir affected you? Why did you even turn into the sleeping beauty Annie? Do notice you got 2 shots of Annie side by side to Hitch. So it seems like Annie has not aged. Or worse, Annie has not grown at all. On top of that, Annie's hair is still the same length too. I really can't wait to see what's next with Annie. Imagine her interacting and most likely teaming up with the Survey plus Marley soon. Eventually Annie should meet up with Armin. Could you imagine how freaking awkward that's gonna be? The only thing that does suck, Attack on Titan is ending soon. Annie may be here for like another 6 or 8 chapters. But we'll worry about that later. I really love what came next. The discussion about death. How did Annie really feel about killing so many people? Were they simply sacrifices? Justified killings for hoping to stop the current Doomsday Titan scenario? It was even fun to see Hitch in the past bitching to Annie, really her own frustrations exploding towards the crystallized Annie. But of course, you and me as the audience already have this sense of Annie's mindset. She previously screamed that out loud and clear while kicking Reiner's ass. She never really cared about saving the world. It was all to get back to Annie's papa. Aww, a little baby Annie, cute little devil. So something major this chapter, finally getting this long-awaited piece of the Titan puzzle for Annie. Previously, Annie's father and her training had been highlighted so much for her. This was true even in her Lost Girls novel. Turns out you're getting a very familiar tale. Hey, Annie's father was an Eldian, eventually leading to Annie getting cast aside. Then this random Eldian within Marley became her new parent figure. Hopefully you caught this. This does mean that Annie is half or part Eldian, a very similar situation to Reiner. But holy damn, Annie, I listened to you bitch for 4 years. Quiet. My turn to talk. Definitely gotta love her sass right here. I'm glad Isayama here brought this back for Annie stepping on some bugs. You previously saw this like, what, 30 chapters ago? Nope, it wasn't Annie curious about their soul location. I'm sure you won't be surprised to find out that Annie didn't concern herself with how many people died in the process of achieving her goal. I would even say that she seemed to care even less in her Titan mode. Then for Annie's father here, some of the stuff you saw at the end of Attack on Titan Season 1, there might be more to this, but suddenly you have Annie's father doing this 180, just apologizing for putting Annie through all of this. Did the guy just feel bad? Was this sometime after finding out about the curse of Ymir? In other words, Annie dying sooner than expected. The end here does really speak volumes for Annie. She still wants to return to her father, but at the same time she does believe she's committed irreversible sins. Back to that sin topic. At the same time, at this point, how many of our key characters don't have some type of blood on their hands? Switching it back to the Marley side of things. Oh my god, these Marley Eldians seem to be super screwed. The poor guys caged up already would have heard Eren's Titan broadcast. Although, what about the Tiber family? Those guys should at least have some persuasion left within Marley. Not that there's really much they can do. They might just be in some basement somewhere. You really have Isayama using this chance to focus back on Annie's father. Mr. Lionheart, what the hell are you doing? The guy still believes Annie is alive, perhaps due to some Titan magic. But really, you're about to take out one single soldier. Then after that, it's most likely gonna be bang bang bang. Sorry Annie, I don't see this happy ending for you. Switching it over to Keith somewhere. Right here you got the guy confirming something a lot of you thought, that Keith let himself get beat up for their sake. The poor fellow was just putting up an act as a favor to them. Anyway, switching it over to Armin and Mikasa. Everyone's so divided in this Attack on Titan world. Right here you got this update on the Falco and Connie situation. The last chapter they also confirmed that Connie was still a son of a Titan mama, and definitely at the same time raising a death flag. But really? They just left her Titan ass there? I would have expected them to put her in some dungeon down below. I'm hoping they at least moved her. Although to be fair, who exactly is visiting that place? Then Armin right here made a great observation, saying that even if Eren's plan does succeed, the Titan problem may still exist in some form. That is, unless Eren does have a way to destroy the powers completely. Which, you know what I think. Eren still hasn't revealed its entire final objective. It really seems like Armin wants to go with the obvious plan, trying to gather as many of their own Titans, plus some Marley Titans for one final attack on Titan. Oh, but what is this? Trouble in Paradise. Mikasa, think for yourself. That's right, Armin, tell her. Try to get that development ball rolling. And can you blame the poor guy? Armin is just cracking under all this pressure. Then for Mikasa, just sorry? Can we get a few more lines out of you? Just imagine trying to date this girl. You'd have to desperately pull out this conversation. But maybe I'm being too hard. Isayama, come on, how long are you waiting? Attack on Titan is ending soon. Do some stuff with Mikasa. And I mean some non-action stuff. You don't have to wait until she sees Eren again. Wow, this actually hit me unexpectedly hard. The one that should have been revived shouldn't have been me. It should have been Commander Erwin. So since that took place, especially in the anime, I've seen Attack on Titan fans cheer about Armin getting chosen. But years later, in hindsight, it feels like most people have completely turned on the Armin Colossal Titan idea. And once again, Mikasa, fricking say something. I don't know, pass gas if you have to. She's pretty much agreeing with Armin by her silence. I mean, I don't care if you actually do favor Erwin right now. You got this buddy, this friend. Some encouragement would be helpful right about now. As for the whole Mikasa scarf situation, I called it, but I think practically everyone did. Mikasa got jacked. I'm betting that Mikasa Jr. took it. She's probably smelling it right now. Second option, Flaw could be holding on to it, just rubbing himself with something that belonged to the Supreme Leader Eren. As for your super favorite Gabby, looks like some healing has happened here. You got this girl going super stabby on Gabby to hating her, and now both of them hugging. And what an unlikely team up happening. Armin and Gabby on horseback off to chase Connie. Oh no, the chances of Armin or Connie dying just went up 200%. It might be the right choice not to have Gabby next to a gun. And 2, most likely whatever Gabby wants to happen will happen. Better hope Gabby is on your side, Armin. Switching it to the lovely Flock. Unfortunately, this dude did not get sniped by Peak or crushed by the Wall Colossal Titans. So get this, Flock has officially appointed himself sub-leader until Eren is back. It feels like Yelena here is too depressed to even care at all anymore. Flock shooting this dude really reminded me of Yelena doing something similar in that jail cell talk, although different circumstances. Then for the stallion here, this was hard to watch. Jean is officially busted from everything going on. I mean, how broken are you when you're openly accepting life advice from Flock? I'm sure the stallion's gonna come back. Just gotta restart this dude. As for the whole Levi Flock tidbit, so this guy bought into Hanji's BS about Levi being dead. But now you have the broken stallion and Mikasa that really don't need to hear about humanity's strongest being taken out, even if it's not true. At least Armin didn't hear about this. Next up, horseback Coney not riding off into the sunset. So at least it is nice to see Coney have some type of internal conflict over his little boy's neck. Poor Falco here is none the wiser right now, although I have a strong suspicion he's gonna pick up on Coney BSing sooner or later. I give Coney like a 95% chance of failing, 100% if Gabby catches up to them. If so, Coney may be joining Potato Girl soon. Switching over to Peak and Margaret. So how funny is that? Abandoned by Marley, goodbye blimps. Which by the way, how did this dude even survive? Also Peak, why even go outside of your Titan? Why bother when your Titan could speak up, no problem. Let's go ahead and now welcome back Hanji. Freaking love her. Excuse me, my car broke down. Can you offer us a lift on your Titan? Oh, him? Don't worry about him. He's nobody. The poor fella just got shot by Gabby. Really, you better be careful, Hanji. But could this actually be the start of a new alliance being formed? See, Eren is bringing the world together. And yes, the Levi is back. Kind of. It wouldn't be Isayama without a Levi cliffhanger. And do notice, Mummy Levi here looks like the Attack on Titan Junior High version, which makes me wonder what else has Isayama secretly spoiled. So since the whole Levi explosion, I've seen like thousands of comments asking if Levi actually died, or just straight out being depressed about Levi's supposed death. I thought it was pretty obvious. Hanji was just BSing to Flock about Levi being gone. But despite that, it seems like a good chunk of people just took that as 100% fact. Isayama cannot kill the Attack on Titan moneymaker. And now you have Levi that could be matching up with Hanji pretty soon. You now have an excuse to make some new Levi Scarface merch too. Oh yes, Levi's gonna make it rain. Question for you, what do you think will happen to Levi? Can he make a full recovery? Are you hyped to see Hanji potentially teaming up with Peak and Marley? So overall, Attack on Titan Chapter 125, friggin' kick-ass way to start 2020. So much better than the last chapter, by a Levi-sized mile. That said, there still are so many questions. First off, nothing on Zeke. Has this guy still not respawned? I'm gonna bet this guy either got pancaked by the Colossal Titans, he's still somewhere in the Titan realm, or Eren may have even picked him up. Zeke just being randomly with Eren would actually give Eren someone to talk to. It'd be crazier if Eren actually fused Zeke with his Titan. This chapter, you did get Annie, but nothing from Reiner. Come on Reiner, you gotta come back. This chapter, you also got Levi back, but still no Eren. Come on, I want to see that Eren dino form. At the very least, Eren being solo does mean that you could get some of his coconut dots. No secrets here. Second option, Eren could really do the Titan livestream anytime that the guy pleases. Either way, I really just want a full body shot of his Titan. In typical Isayama fashion, the dude loves making you wait and wait. I do still wonder about little Ymir and the Titan room. Is there a potential second visit coming? It doesn't have to take an entire chapter up, but it would be nice to get a small segment in some chapter. Could there be a potential time skip happening? Cause really, think about it. Attack on Titan will either end before Eren gets off the island, or they're gonna have to do this short time skip. This would give enough time for the Attack on Titan players to move around and get ready. Especially Annie and Hitch. You know surely the female Titan will be involved in the Eren finale. That said, she needs at least a day, if not longer, to get over to Armin and Mikasa. It'd be a weird coincidence, but Annie Hitch could meet up with Coney and Armin and Gabby. Levi still could potentially play some sort of part. But you saw the guy, I highly doubt a few days will do it. Maybe a week recovery at best, just to get out of bed. Either way, it looks like the obvious Attack on Titan finale is in motion. Eren has become the ultimate big bad. If things continue as expected, Paradis Island will combine with Marley and the rest of the world coming up. Knowing Isayama, it shouldn't be that very obvious turn of events. So, what does he have planned? Speaking of which, Attack on Titan is ending in 2020. There has been that announcement. Isayama's New Year resolution to end Attack on Titan this year. Chapter-wise, that means for Attack on Titan there is like 6 or at most 11 chapters left. The popular estimate has been chapter 130. A good range would be 130 to 135. Attack on Titan could be over by Christmas. Talking about the Attack on Titan anime, my best anime of 2019 is up. Go ahead and find out if Attack on Titan made my list. Also, I might be doing a worst 2019 anime video. A poll for the worst anime is now live on my Twitter and YouTube. Go vote now. Also, for any hardcore fan, definitely consider becoming a Patreon supporter. That does give you access to my live streams. The next one coming up this weekend, we are going to be talking about this Attack on Titan chapter. But anyway, more important, let me hear from you. And definitely check out my best anime of 2019. There's a lot of awesome anime there. Is anyone here interested to see my worst anime? Definitely subscribe so you don't miss my future juicy anime videos, and I'll see you guys later.